Well, students, in the past two sessions, we studied about the role of human resource manager. Now, in this session, that is Unit 1, Session 9, we are going to study about the changing role of human resource manager. Changing role of human resource manager. I am Dr. Sudarshan P. Assistant Professor of Commerce, Government First Aid College, Beltangadi. Going to present this topic titled Changing Role of Human Resource Manager. So now, as I said earlier, Stephen P. Robin says, nothing is permanent except change. So change is the order of day. ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಸಹಜ ಪ್ರಕ್ರಿಯೆ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ಯಾವುದು ಬದಲಾಗದಿದ್ರು ಯಾವುದು ಸ್ಥಿರವಲ್ಲ ಬದಲಾವಣೆಯನ್ನು ಹೊರತುಪಡಿಸಿ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಅರ್ಥೈಸಿಕೊಳ್ಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ಬದಲಾವಣೆಯೊಂದಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಬದಲಾಗಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ we can suit to the newer situation. ಆ ನಿಟ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ we are going to study about changing role of human resource manager. ಸೊ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆದಾಗೆ ಮಾನವ ಸಂಪನ್ಮೂಲ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥಾಪಕರ ಪಾತ್ರ ಕೂಡ ಬದಲಾಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಯಾವುದೆಲ್ಲ ಚಾಲೆಂಜ್ಗಳಿವೆ, ಆ ಚೇಂಜಿಂಗ್ ರೋಲ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ಚಾಲೆಂಜಸ್ಗಳು ಖಂಡಿತವಾಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ಚೇಂಜ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಚಾಲೆಂಜ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿರ್ತದೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ರೋಲ್ಗಳನ್ನ ನಿರ್ವಹಿಸಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಹೇಗಿದೆ ಅದು ಚಾಲೆಂಜ್ ಹೇಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಈ ಚೇಂಜಿಂಗ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಂಗೆ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಚಾಲೆಂಜ್ಗಳು ಬರ್ಬೋದು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಒಬ್ಬ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ರಿಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜರ್ ಅರ್ಥೈಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಈ ನಿಟ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಚೇಂಜಿಂಗ್ ರೋಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ರಿಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜರ್ ಅನ್ನ ಈ ಸೆಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. Under that, first one, employee retention. So, in the present business context, it is easier to attract new blood into the organization, but it is difficult to retain such employee or talent in our organization. So that is one of the changing aspects. So as a HR manager, he has to look into that employee retention issue. Next issue is change agent. Next one is employee champion. Next one is torch bearer of corporate ethics. Next one is administrative expert. Next one is core competency. Next one is corporate social responsibility or CSR. So under that first one, employee retention. Even within an organization, different employees have different needs. So needs are not similar with all cases. Different employees have different needs. The ability to understand and respond to the needs of different employees will be equally vital for retaining them and keeping them motivated. So when you say staff, they are also human beings. Therefore, normally their needs, their desires, their attitude, their perceptions are somehow different because of individual differences. These are all bound to exist, but we have to have coordination of these different employees to achieve the organizational goal. So if you are not meeting their needs properly or not treating them equally, right, then what happens? They will quit the organization. So, to retain them in our organization and to motivate them in our organization, we have to have, or human resource manager has to perform a role called employee retention role. Many senior managers assume that the only reason someone might leave a company is for money. That may not be true always. Please understand why there may be greater labor turnover in the organization. The surface analysis says that it is nothing but a pay package. When salary is lower, they will quit the company. Otherwise, they won't normally quit the company. But if you go into the deeper shell of it, you will understand there are many other reasons than salary to quit the organization or company by employees. So, as HR manager, you have to understand or try to get some insight about the needs of each and every employee in your organization. So that requires high tech, high touch principle. So you have to use technology at the same time. You have to have personal touch at least occasionally with all these employees so that you can get some insight about their actual needs and aspirations, and thereby you can solve or reduce the attrition problem in our company. Again, to motivate somebody, we should understand their need properly as HR managers. Therefore, it is the duty of HR manager to understand needs and the aspirations of each and every employee, and then we can retain them in our company. If labor turnover is there, what is actually the problem to the company? Company has to already incurred cost in the form of training and other to such employees. If they are quitting the company, means it is loss for the company. They are getting training in our company and working in some other company, right? The cost of training given by our company is not resulting any revenue to the company. That is the biggest problem that we are going to face. Therefore, HR manager has to understand this issue completely, and he has to perform the role as a retention or employee retention. Next one is change agent. The constant evaluation of the effectiveness of the organization results in the need for the HR manager to initiate changes for improved performance. So, HR manager has to perform or discharge the duty as a change agent. That is his role. Why such changes are to be initiated by HR manager? That is to improve the performance of both organization as well as individual employees. Both knowledge and ability to execute successful change strategies make the HR professional exceptionally valuable to the organization. So if a HR manager is developing a strategy to to improve the performance of the company, that strategy, if it is implemented correctly, in that case, it leads to the professionalization of human resource management in the company, and ultimately it is very valuable to both organization and the employees. So adaptability or implementing changes. So before initiating any changes, he has to think twice the consequence of the same, the methodology that is needed to adapt that change in the organization. It means that Change should be planned very properly. It should be communicated properly to employees so that resistance for such changes may not be there. So, HR manager is not supposed to implement such changes by overnight. First, he has to have consultation with the employees, management, and other stakeholders. Then he has to implement in a series, or say one by one. Next, employee champion. Today, HR manager has to be employee champion, championing their cause, but at the same time getting the organization's job done. ಸೊ ಅವನ ಚಾಂಪಿಯನ್ ಆಗಿ ಇರಬೇಕು ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸ್ ಇದ್ದು. ಅಂದ ಮಾತ್ರಕ್ಕೆ ಕಂಪನಿಯ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನ ಡಿಸ್ಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದಲ್ಲ, ಅಥವಾ ಅದನ್ನ ಅದರ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿಯನ್ನ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಒಂದ್ ಕಡೆ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸ್, ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ ಕಡೆ ಕಂಪನಿ, ಎರಡನ್ನ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಕೊಂಡೋಗುವಂತ ಸಾಮರ್ಥ್ಯವನ್ನ ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ಪಾತ್ರವನ್ನ ನಿರ್ವಹಿಸಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಬೋತ್ ಜಾಬ್ ಡಿಸೈನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಆರ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ಲಿ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿಡ್ and modified to suit the changing business trends. So as a HR manager, what he has to do? He has to go for redesigning the job and job specification. ನಿರಂತರವಾಗಿ ಜಾಬ್ ವಿನ್ಯಾಸ ಮತ್ತೆ ಜಾಬ್ ನಿರ್ದಿಷ್ಟತೆಯನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಬದಲಾವಣೆಗೆ ಸ್ಪಂದಿಸಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಅಥವಾ ವ್ಯವಹಾರ ಟ್ರೆಂಡ್ನೊಂದಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಅಂತ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನ ಅಥವಾ ಮಾಡಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಒಬ್ಬ HR ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜರ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ನೋ ಡೌಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಚಾಂಪಿಯನ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸ್, ಬಟ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅಟ್ ದ ಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಜಾಬ್. ಸೊ ಬೋತ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಬಿ balanced by a prudent HR manager. Next, fourth changing role is torch bearer of corporate ethics. Ethics talks about what is right and wrong. Corporate means company. So torch bearer ಆಗಿ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. An expectation for showing improved performance quarter on quarter is putting tremendous pressure on the managements. Several instances have come to light where even the best known names in the corporate world have resorted to unethical means to maintain their position. ಸೊ ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ಗಳು ತಮ್ಮ ಅಸ್ತಿತ್ವವನ್ನು ಉಳಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳೋ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಅನೈತಿಕ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ಕೈ ಹಾಕುವಂತ ಪ್ರಸಂಗಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಆಗ ಅವ ಟಾರ್ಚ್ ಬೇರರ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಾರ್ಪೊರೇಟ್ ಎಥಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕಾಪಾಡಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ದ ಕಾನ್ಸಿಕ್ವೆಂಟ್ ಡ್ಯಾಮೇಜ್ ದ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಬ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಮೇ consequent damage the revelations bring may far outweigh the benefits achieved by adopting such unethical measures. If we follow shortcut, that always cut in short. Therefore, don't follow shortcut as HR manager and build the organization on corporate ethics basis. Don't go for try to do window dressing or showing more than what actually company is. Be natural and real. Don't be a artificial as far as functions of organization is concerned. Therefore, any HR manager has to work as a torch bearer of corporate ethics. He is also a custodian of corporate ethics. Next, administrative expert. The principles of HR accounting is to consider the expenses and cost involved in training and development and knowledge management infrastructure as a long-term investments. So he, as HR manager nowadays, is also required to be an expert in administrative matters. Training policy, no doubt, he is framing, but while doing so, he has to think about the efficiency and effectiveness of training policy and rate of return on such policies that are implemented by HR department. So, cost and benefit analysis he has to do. Then, core competency. Outsourcing have paved way for HR personnel to focus their organization on its core competency, which can be identified and fine-tuned by a total quality management or business process re-engineering initiative. Innovation is the secret for the success of any organization. So nowadays we are talking about outsourcing. Companies normally focus on core areas and remaining activities are outsourced to somebody else or some other operators in the market. So when you say core area, where you have to have benchmarked service or activities, every time we have to focus on TQM, a technique by Japanese, that is total quality management, like Kaizen and all that in the organization, that will result in continuous innovations. That's why Chinese says today's product is tomorrow's earthen pot. Therefore, we have to have continuous innovation on any product or any service that we are offering to our clients or customers. So, HR manager has to think about the core competency of the organization and he has to develop such total quality management processes or process re-engineering initiative in his organization on the core areas of the organization. Next, seventh one is corporate social responsibility, CSR. So, when you say corporate social responsibility, earlier, no doubt, any business organization or entity is established for the main cause, that is to earn a profit so that all the stakeholders will be benefited. That is, making profit is an inherent feature of any business. But me of making money is not the responsibility of business. Business has to assume many responsibilities because any business organization make uses of the resources of the organization resources belong to the organization, therefore belong to the society, therefore some at least something must be shared with the society. Therefore most of the companies or corporate companies or sorry corporate sector is assuming corporate social responsibility, any initiative to benefit the society at large. ಸೊ ಇದರ ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಏನಪ್ಪ, ಒಂದು ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾರ್ಯನಿರ್ವಹಿಸುವಾಗ ಸಮಾಜದ ಸಂಪನ್ಮೂಲಗಳನ್ನು ಬಳಕೆ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ತದೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಕೆರೆಯ ನೀರನ್ನ ಕೆರೆಗೆ ಚೆಲ್ಲಿ ಅನ್ನೋ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ನಡೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಸಮಾಜಕ್ಕೆ ಕೂಡ ಏನಾದರೂ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬರು ಈಗ ನಾವು ಕೂಡ ಹಾಗೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅನೇಕ ಹುಟ್ಟಿದ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಅನೇಕ ಋಣಗಳು ಬರ್ತವೆ, ಡೆಟ್. ಒಂದು ದೇವಋಣ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ದೇವರಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಕೊಡಬೇಕಾದ್ದು ಸೃಷ್ಟಿಕರ್ತನಿಗೆ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಜೀವವನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟದ್ದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಋಣ ಇದೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಪ್ರೇಯರ್ ಮೂಲಕ ನಾವು ಪೂರೈಸಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನಿಸ್ತೇವೆ. ಹಾಗೆ ಪಿತೃಋಣ, ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಸಲಹಿದ್ದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಅವರತ್ತ ನಮ್ಗಿರುವ ಸಾಲ ಅಥವಾ ಋಣ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಅದು ಋಷಿ ಋಣ ಅಂತ, ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಟೀಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸಬೇಕಾದಂತ ಋಣ ಅಥವಾ ಡೆಟ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇರುವಂತದ್ದು ಸಮಾಜ ಋಣ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಮಾಜದ ನೀರು ಬೆಳಕು ಗಾಳಿ ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಬಳಕೆ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಬದುಕ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಸಮಾಜಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು, ರೈಟ್. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಹೀಗೆ 4 ಋಣಗಳನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಕಂಪನಿ ಕೂಡ ಹೊಂದಿದೆ. ಆದರೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇನ್ ಆಗಿ ಇರುವಂತದ್ದು ಕಾರ್ಪೊರೇಟ್ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಟು ಬಿ ದ ಪ್ರಿಫರ್ಡ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ CSR is gaining importance in the corporate world. HR department is usually found to be the preferred department to be engaged in the work. External stakeholders like NGOs, media, consumers, right, advocacy groups, and public opinions are carefully watch the steps taken by the companies and their practices. So HR department takes such CSR policies or implementing such CSR policies. Therefore, all the external stakeholders are observing the or they are looking into the HR policy relating to the same or the role of HR manager in the execution of such CSR programs or policies. So with this, I concluding this session. Thank you for your patience hearing.